cover my flaws, I ain't had to pay a new type shit. Hang around joint with the best, I look like a new type.
Psalm 91, the first through the second verse. He is my refuge and my fortress, my God in whom I trust. Holla, 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 holla at me. What? Holla at me. Hey, y'all, hey, y'all, hey. Anyway, I'm back, y'all. I know it's been a minute, y'all. It's too much. It's been too much going on, y'all. As y'all already know, I lost my dad within like the past week. We had to go to his funeral, and that was so much. So last week was just too much. I was like, they would understand. My people would understand because they love me. But anyway, yeah, I'm back and I'm better, y'all. And this is a story time about back in the day. It wasn't too back in the day, but it was back in the day. But I don't really want to. Anyway, yeah. So Rosie's gonna be in this one, and the other girl that I was supposed to be in the studio with. I forgot what I named her. I think in one story time I had named them Jingle and Bells or something, but it's Rosie and I forgot what I named her. I think I did give her a name though, but we just gonna give her another one. Claire. We just gonna name her Claire. Anyway, so basically this certain day, Rosie was like, hey, what time you going in to work today? I'm like, I'm going in at this time or whatever. She was like, yeah, and I already called and asked, can I come in early? Do you mind coming to pick me up? I didn't mind because me and Rosie had gotten close or whatever. I'm like, yeah, I didn't mind, right? And sometimes I'm not angry about that certain stuff when I bring that up. It's just that I just have to put this into the forefront. Like, I just have to let y'all know what was the dynamic of the relationship, right? So I used to have to pass the job to go pick her up. So that just goes and tell you, like, my dedication as a friend. Like, for real, like, no funny shit. So, yeah, so we end up going or whatever. I'm picking her up. Traffic is, like really behind and all that. We up there taking pictures in traffic. I'm like, yeah, on Snaps. We posing. We clicking it up and flicking it up or whatever. She was just like, yeah, like, I'm ready to go in today. And I was like, she was like, are we still going to the mall on Friday? I was like, we probably will go, because we said it's still, we'll go to the mall on Fridays or whatever, right? So I'm like, okay, cool. We end up getting her to the job late as usual. I end up being late, but she's technically kind of early because she came in early or whatever, right? So we all get there or whatever, and Claire was standing in the back. This the girl that I was in the studio with. I think I already said that. Anyway, so yeah, we get in there, and Claire was just like, where you been? Because I would always go to the same spot or whatever. So she was like, where you was at? Like, dang. And she would always say that. She was like, I be wondering where you be. I be ready to go, girl. Now be letting me go and tell you that. And I did understand her frustration. However, I just used to couldn't do it. Because we used to have like late nights. And so it would be hard to get up early. It just couldn't happen. So yeah, I got back there and everything. And she ended up handing me like the headset or whatever. I'm getting on the headset, but it was kind of clear around this time because, like I said, rush hour traffic. So she was just like, yeah, and like this and this get on my nerves. And at this job, spaghetti and, let me see, who I said, garlic bread, spaghetti, and meatball, all of them used to work at this job. Remember the ones we went to the fight with? Whatever. Yeah, all of them used to work at this job as well. So basically, I feel like they would be running a little bit late too. And so she would always be kind of talking smack about them or whatever. And so around this time, like, all of them was still kind of in school. But I was just like, it wasn't even a full year yet that I was out of school. So basically, she was talking about prom and everything. She was like, have you seen such and such dress? She was like, that dress is ugly. She was like, I don't really like her dress or whatever. But she was like, this dress that I got is bum. This is what Claire's saying or whatever. But I always just kind of listen to Claire because it kind of gave like, oh, maybe Claire just wants somebody to talk to. You know, she just doing that or whatever. That's just Claire. So Claire, she going in about this dress. She like, yeah, this is cute. She was like, and then she kind of talk about Meatball and all them. And it was this other girl that used to hang out with Meatball them too. But we ain't got to give her no name. She really don't even come in or nothing, right? So she was just like, yeah, all them talking about they want to do all this, but they ain't been at work. They ain't even been really getting here on time. Like, she was like, not talk about you or nothing, but yeah, like, this and this and that and that, right? So it used to be this manager, right, that used to work there. And I got to say this certain thing about him because when I do his accent, it be kind of like, it's not funny, but he used to be the cutest thing to me. But he was Mexican or whatever, and he'll be like, he's like, come on, leave her alone. She got to do her work. So she was like, let's give him the name Oscar. She was like, Oscar, don't tell me what to do and da 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 da. Like, she going in with Oscar. She was like, so Oscar was like, and yeah, you have to refill everything before you go, my baby mama. You got to do everything. You done nothing yet. You have done nothing. So she was just like, Oscar, don't be telling me what to do. I know what to do. Like, don't do all of that. Do not do all of that, right? So, oh, let me go and put this out there too. Rosie and Claire didn't really like each other, right? Well, I kind of think it was more on Rosie's part a little bit. But after this day, I'm for sure they kind of didn't really care for each other. But they end up getting back cool once the friendships progressed or whatever, right? It was kind of cool or whatever. So Claire's just going in. She ended up walking off or whatever. I'm getting an order. One lady come through there. And like, it used to always be this guy that come through there too. And he was so handsome. He was a white handsome. He was like white, but he was so handsome to me. Not saying they ugly. Why did I say it like that? They beautiful people. Anyway, but he was fine. He had these kids, and he would always have the kids or whatever. And like, he would get them kids meals, and he'll be like, "How you doing?" And I'm like, "Good." And you? I used to be thinking like this man was gonna marry me one day, and we was gonna have a little mixed kid together, because how he would talk to me, like that man was in love with me. You couldn't tell me he wasn't in love. Maybe I'm insane, but who gives a fuck? Anyway, so. Yeah, he used to be like, he just used to make sure he had a conversation with me. He would stay there and wait till I was done doing what I was doing. Because, you know, back there, I don't know who came up with this job, but you got to take the money, the orders, and them. Talking to two different people at two different times. I would want the person who's taking the money at my thing to be focused. Okay? Even if you got to count the money, even if it's, because it gets to be a lot. But I had gotten so good at it because I was always back there all the time. He would wait and he would be talking. And so he was talking. He was just like, yeah, so you had a good day? And I would be telling him how I was in school. He'd be like, how you doing in school? And I'd be like, yes, this and that and that. And he was just like, well, you look good doing it, you know? You know, keep going, keep going. I was just like, oh, thank you. And then this little girl, the little girl name was Ella. I was like, hey, Ella. And she'd be like, it was so cute. I was like, I'm going to be their stepmama. That man probably had a wife, did he? I don't even know. I ain't seen no ring. Anyway, it looked like a single dad to me that needed a mom. I'm just playing. So, yeah, so all that was happening. And so Rosie come back there and she putting her stuff up or whatever. And she used to always have all this stuff. Like, it'll be so much stuff she had, right? And so she just looked at, she was just like, so she started talking about what we was going to do on Friday or whatever, right? So then all of a sudden, Claire come back there too. So Rosie just like kind of annoyed, but she could do this thing where she annoyed where that person don't know that she's annoyed, but I would know it because I had kind of know her, right? So I was just like, here come Claire. I'm like, when is Claire leaving? Because at this time it's getting dark outside, so I'm like, Claire should be done left by now, right? So Oscar come back there again. Oscar like, baby, what are you doing? He used to do this accent. I can't really do it. I could do it sometimes, but sometimes I couldn't do it. He was just like, come on, it needs to be done. It needs to be done for everybody else come back in or whatever, right? So she was just like, I'm coming. Like, what is you talking about? And so sometimes we would have like downtime, like on certain days, like when it wasn't as busy in the peak hours, right? So we all up there in the front. And she was just like, I don't feel like I should do all of this. This kind of getting on my nerves. He was just like, it was in so many words. Oscar was saying, I don't give a damn what you feel like you shouldn't do. You're going to do it. You know, these are your duties or whatever, right? Which I kind of get, yeah. Because most of the time in the morning time, they don't make you have the headset. Like, somebody in the front to have it because they want it to go quicker. And this used to not play in the morning time. When it was back to back from like a good 8 to like 1. Back to back to back to back. I'm telling you, like, no games. Like, this, it was not a game. Okay? You know how to say EA Sport to the game? It wasn't no game. Nobody's playing. They serious. They be serious about Mickey D's in the morning. You know, child, if the manager don't got an attitude in the morning, the ship ain't getting done right. You got to be strong to do that morning shift, baby. You got to be strong. Real strong. Anyway. So, because people come through there like, can I get 100 biscuits? You need to call in, okay? So, mommy them could have been rolling that dough last night. Y'all, I'm telling 100 sausage biscuits. It's 2 people on the table, sir. And we still got people in the inside. Anyway, I could just sympathize with people when they be working them jobs and stuff, because I worked it, honey. I did it. Anyway, so yeah, we all up there. So at this point, it started kind of getting like a little like Claire and Oscar arguing like real hard or whatever, and like she just throwing the sauces up there and the strawberries. So she had forgot to do like the jellies too. So he was like, do the jellies, because you know morning shift just ended. They gonna need some more tomorrow, and they be complaining about that stuff. So she like, I don't feel like doing all of that. And so Rosie was like, at this time, garlic bread and spaghetti, all of them done came in too. So they looking at her like, well, what's going on, Claire? Because that was kind of like they friend. Like, they put her on to this job or whatever. They was like, so what's wrong with you? And so Rosie was like, I don't know why she doing this. Ain't had nothing to do with Rosie, but Rosie and put herself in it. She was like, I don't know what's wrong with her, but it's just kind of weird. Like, she sitting up. She was like, why is you talking to Oscar like that? Don't be talking to Oscar like that. She was just like, I wasn't even, Claire said, I was even talking to you, so what is you even talking to me for? And I was just like, oh Lord, why did she insert herself? Why did Claire insert herself into this? Because at this point, I felt like Claire was like my friend, you know, like I don't have to say it. Not Claire, but both of them was kind of like, well, Claire was an associate, but Rosie was my friend. So Rosie was like, I don't really even get why you even talking to me. Claire like, yeah, Claire just told Rosie, I hope I didn't get that mixed up. But yeah, Claire is the one that's arguing about how she don't want to refill the sauces. Rosie is my friend, the one I brought to work or whatever. And she's just saying, yeah, you don't need to be talking to him like that. It don't make sense for you to talk to him like that. Which it was. She was kind of going in a little bit hard on Oscar. But it was just kind of like, that was between her and Oscar. Like, people had literally talked to Oscar like that all the time. But he would really piss people off too. Because he would throw stuff up when it's time to leave and say... A lot of people used to do that, but you know, but she was basically not doing nothing. She was just like gagging around. Like, she could have been did all that stuff he had asked her to do. Now, like, things are getting heated with what's the name? She was like, so Claire, like, Rosie, who was talking to you? Like, really, who was talking to you? Like, this had nothing to do with you. So Rosie sitting up there smiling like, I know it had nothing to do with me, but you're arguing about it. And basically everyone has this to do. Like, everybody when they leave here has something to do. And she started going into the details, which was true. Like, this is what you have to do and that's what you have to do. And I was like, y'all, I don't think it's that serious. And so that's when Meatball stepped in. She was just like, yeah, sis, everybody has something to do when they leave. Like, you got to do that. She was like, I get it, but nobody was even ever talking to Rosie. Like, Rosie always got something to say, and you always be looking this certain way, and this and blah 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 blah. She was just like, what are you talking about? And so anyway, Claire ended up going to the back or whatever. She was like, because I was talking to him and I don't even know, like, you know how people walk off but they still talking shit a little bit. So Rosie like Rosie would do like this laugh and stuff, like I'm not really phased, or like it's just kind of annoying. And so everybody kind of huddled into a group and they talking about Claire. Like, and so like Meatball like, so what happened? And then so Spaghetti like, yeah, she doing too much. Like, everybody in here looking at us. Like, cause it'll be times where like this McDonald's was like in a sophisticated area. So if stuff got too heated, people would do them reviews and let the owner know. Cause the owner are friends with these people. You know, the owner tell these people to come in here and do it. And I know, because, you know, I used to be locked in with them, you know. So it's just, yeah, you about know how we do. It's just some stuff you just can't do, right? She was from the east side, so stop. Okay, I'm done. Okay, that's it. So basically, she just like, I don't really get like why she even had something to say. So she's still saying she didn't get why Rosie had something to say. And Rosie was just like, you keep saying why I have this to say, but it's the truth. Like, everybody is obligated to do this and obligated to do that. Like, I don't understand. Like, and you still in here. She's like, it's been 2 hours and you still stocking sauces. It had been 2 hours because, like I said, it had gotten dark. So she was just like, so Rosie, what do you want to do? Do you want to step outside? Would you like to step outside? Like, step outside. So Rose is like, I ain't even got to do all of that. It's crazy because, like, now, everybody already know me and Rosie had got to fighting and stuff. But the way that Claire called her out, like, Claire was like, let's step outside, and started going towards the door. And Rosie just stood there. And in my eyes, I kind of felt like, Rosie, like, she want to fight you, like, what you gonna do? It kind of seemed like, to me, like, in hindsight, Rosie used to be scared of everybody but me. Like, the only person you ever had balls to fight was me. And I'm going to keep saying that is if I have a story time that has something to do with this. It's not that I'm repeating the story, but we just got to get to it. I mean, like, she really called her out, like, what's up? Let's fight. Not saying that she should have been on that with her to do that, but literally, Rosie, you did keep talking to her about something that really had nothing to do with you. It's just kind of like, if she was arguing with the manager should have the capacity to kind of hold himself accountable of like, okay, go ahead and get out, not doing this, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But everybody would literally do that with this certain manager, like argue about certain stuff they knew they had to do or whatever, right? So, yeah. So she was just and now everybody crowded around, like, waiting to see what Rosie gonna do. And so Meatball like, Clara, nah, okay, now you're doing too much now. She was like, no, because she want to keep talking. You want to keep talking and running your mouth. Let's see what you can do outside. Rosie ain't had shit to say about them sauces then. Wasn't saying nothing, right? So I was just like, Rosie, come here. Come to the bed. Like, just come to the bed. And so I was just like, girl, like... like, what's going on? Like, is y'all okay? She was like, I'm good. Like, I'm not worried about nothing. Like, I'm not worried about Claire. Like, Claire is the last of my worries. Like, I'm not even worried about Claire. So I was just like, wow. Like, that it just got so heated. It's crazy how things could get so heated from something so small. All they asked her to do was refill that stuff. But y'all know how it be when it be time to go. She said that we was already late and stuff. But shit, I had to go pick up some help because we was going to need some help that night. I had to go pick up the help. Anyway, so, yeah. So, anyway, fast forward from that. They end up, like, after that, they was okay, but you could kind of tell Rosie never let that go in her head or whatever, right? So fast forward, one night we hanging out. I'm like, okay, Rosie, you know, Claire coming. She was like, oh, okay, cool. But you kind of tell, like, Rosie really didn't want to deal with Claire, but they had been dealing with each other when we would hang out with Meatball them and all them. Like, they wouldn't be, like, best of friends talking, but they were cordial or whatever, right? So me and Claire... I was telling Claire, like, Rosie finna come with us and all this. She was like, I just get tired of when she come. Like, I don't really want her to come. She was like, she just need to be ready when we get ready or whatever, right? I'm like, okay, cool. I was like, where we going? She ended up saying, like, this certain club or whatever. So we go to this club, and we in there, we chilling. We do, like... we vibing, music come on, Meg Thee Stallion come on, hey, let me touch it. It said it's mine. She the stallion on the that whatever, I forgot the words or whatever. So that come on, I'm dancing. So Claire done been smoking, she been drinking. Okay, y'all, I forgot to add this part. So basically, when we was getting in the car or whatever, and I was letting Claire know that Rosie was coming, Claire was like, oh, I gotta go run to the east side to go pick up something, right? So I was like, what you gotta pick up? So she ended up saying that she had to pick up some tree, and then she ended up saying, oh, I need to get me some money too, like, you know, to spend or whatever, right? So I was like, oh, okay. Kind of like, why your money ain't on you? So I was ended up telling her, like, okay, once we leave there, we could just all go to the club, and we still gotta go pick up Rosie. So she got like an attitude. Then she was like, I don't really feel like picking up like Rosie. She was like, let's go to the east side and then we come back and pick her up and then go to the club. Which I kind of felt like we didn't have to do that. So I was just like, no, we just gonna pick her up and do all of this. She was like, well, you know what, I'm gonna just deal with what I got with the tree right now. And because she just want an extra tree, I guess. So she was just like, I'm gonna just deal with this or whatever. But she was like, we could still go and just not take her to the east side. Like, we ain't got to worry about that. Like, you know, this and this. And so that was a thing. Like, Clara was just mad that we had to go pick up Rosie. But that was my friend, so we picking her up. So, I was in there taking me some pictures. I was like, somebody take me some pictures. Like, just take me some pictures or whatever. It don't matter who take them. So, Rosie ended up was like, yeah, I could take you some. Because I personally like how Rosie take my pictures or whatever. So, here go Claire. No, I could take her pictures. So, Rosie was like, okay, like, take them. So, so Claire ended up being a videographer or photographer or whatever. She said, hold your titties like this. Hold them up like this. And look into it. So I'm like, okay. Like, so I did what she told me to do, and she take the pictures. I'm like, okay, that's cute. But I felt like the pictures wasn't that cute as if how Rosie would have took. I was like, okay, they cute. But I was just like, we don't need to have an escapade like how y'all was finna be and made like, we don't need to have that, right? So she was just like, okay, yeah, that's cute. She was like, yeah, I could take your pictures too, girl. I could take your pictures too. I was like, yeah, Claire, girl, you did that. Something was like, set an alarm. So when you leave this bitch, tell Rosie to take your pictures. Okay? Yeah. So I'm noticing like, it's just like Claire, when she get like, I guess, intoxicated or like high or whatever you want to call it, she get like just doing a lot. Like she'll just be like, I'm getting another drink, I'm doing this, and she'll just leave her keys, like a purse, and then she'll be like, oh, forgot my purse, and then she'll come. I'm just like, I don't know why she do this in public. Like, girl, you could be done, you lost everything, right? But I'm there, I got you, but that's a lot, because baby, I'm vibing. I'm not worrying about, oh, let me find her keys. You know, like, it's just too much. So they go to the bar and she get another drink, right? And so she really feeling it now. She was just like, so she been over and twerk. She twerking it. She was like, do y'all smell me? And so Rosie busts out laughing. I was like, no, you good. I don't smell nothing, like, you know. But it's kind of like if you had to ask, did you smell you or something? Like, she was like, I don't stink, dude. I don't stink. I was like, I don't smell nothing. You know, girl, you good. Like, shit. Throw it. Show it what your mama made. Anyway, so she was just like, yeah, okay, cool. I think I'm cool. She's like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. She was like, you gonna go to the bathroom with me? Pointing to me. So I was like, yeah, but I really don't like going to club bathrooms. It just ills me out. Like, ugh. Like, I don't like to see wet toilet tissue on the floor. I would just save y'all the thought of it, but I just don't like to see stuff, and it's just nasty. So she just like, I gotta tell y'all this part of. So she like take her stuff off. You could just see like on the floor, like her pants touching the piss on the floor. It was just too much. I was just like, oh, I'm ready to go. Like I'm glad I ain't getting no drink, because I don't want to have to use the restroom in here, right? And it seemed like they was sharing the restroom with. Anyway, anywho, let's keep going. So yeah, she ended up coming out or whatever. She was just like, oh, okay. Like, she was like, dang, well, who is in that stall? Like, dang, that girl in there, she done take a long time. Like, dang, like, Claire just doing a lot, like, saying stuff that you really don't have to say. Like, you did not have to say all of that. You didn't have to just get your ass on up out the bathroom, because we is not going to be in here tumbling on the ground. Anyway, so we go back to the table, and some song come on, and like it was a song, and it basically said something. So I see Claire looking at me, and I'm telling her, I was just like, so I like kind of did, it was something that happened. I don't know what did this, but I was going with the song. So I was like, I did something like that. And she was just like, bitch, don't do that to me, because I'll kiss you for real. I was like, well, do it then. Because I'm thinking, like, at this point, I'm thinking the bitch is playing. She was like, I would do that. I was like, well, do it then. This bitch came over here, grabbed my face. Bitch, and we going at it in the club.
Kissing!
So Rosie was like, wait a minute. She was like, let me find out you been wanting to bump coochies with my friend. You been wanting my friend. You been wanting her. Not gonna lie, it seemed like Rosie had got a little jealous. Not trying to pipe my little own head up, but it kind of had seemed like Rosie had got a little jealous. I'm just saying, like, I don't know, like, maybe Rosie wanted it first or something. Like, you know, like, it was just giving that, right? So I was like, wait. Let's stop. I said, Rosie, video record us kissing. I literally got that video of us kissing. I still got it. I was like, video record us kissing, right? She was like, why you want to do that? I was like, girl, just do it. It's an aesthetic. That shit's sexy. She dark, I'm light. Like, girl, that's gonna be cute. And so, I was like, I'm putting on my snap too. I'm putting on my snap. She was like, girl, you know Meatball, them gonna see that shit and they gonna be talking. I was like, I don't give a fuck. Yeah. I thought I was doing something going, Chad. So anyway, she was just like, okay, go ahead. So we started doing it. We doing it. Y'all, that was so nasty. Like, after that, Claire started losing her motherfucking marbles. Like, after that, like, we basically had to hold her hand in hand to walk out, right? But Claire, I'm guessing she didn't forget about that day in McDonald's, y'all. I think she didn't forget about it. Okay, Rosie, let's go. Let's try to get her back to the car or whatever, right? But she was like, y'all, I got it. So when we hit the door and I guess the wind kind of hit her, she was just like, I got it, y'all. I could walk. And she was walking fine. So then she was like, they end up, her and Claire and Rosie end up getting into it again. So Rosie like, I forgot what they got into it about. It was something so stupid. She was just like, just know it was something. They got into it about something and she wasn't making it up. But anyway, Claire was just like, girl, what is you like, what is you going to do? What is you going to do? Like, what are you going to do about it? Like, for real. She was just like, and so Rosie just laughed. Like, Claire used to get at her so crazy, and Rosie just sat there and laughed. Like, she would be like, girl, I'm not even worried about it. I'm not worried about it. So she was just like, yeah, because you really didn't want to do nothing. I been ran down on you at McDonald's. You ain't say nothing then. You ain't doing nothing now. Like, what's it? And then the thing about it, Claire was in the front seat just talking shit. Like, if Rosie wanted to, she could have just stole off on your ass, but she didn't. But it was just kind of like they was getting at each other. I was like, hey, chill, like, just chill out. Y'all just need to chill out. What happened? Like, what? Like I said, I can't even remember what they was getting mad at each other about. But really, it was just Claire mad. Nobody else was mad. But it was just, anyway, yeah. So, we in the car, we end up heading, because remember I said Waffle House used to be our place. We end up heading to the Waffle House. Y'all, the Waffle House was the death of me and Rosie's relationship, for real. Like, swear to God. So she was just like, yeah. And if you want a part 2 of that holiday, wait till tonight. So I'm like, what? A part 2? I was like, what you mean by that? She was like, we can go because I'm spending the night at your house. Like, we could do whatever. I'm just like, no, we cannot. Not with your John. And for what's about to happen next, I'm finna tell y'all. Y'all, why the world we get into the Waffle House and Claire starts throwing up. Like, she was like, I gotta go to the restroom. And keep in mind, Rosie walks over to the side to, like, these people who we always would talk to when they in there or whatever, right? And so this guy had his baby that day. And we gonna give him a name. His name gonna be, Nappy. Let's name him Nappy because he could have got a retwist and he never did. Yeah, so Nappy over there, right? And he had his baby with him or whatever, right? And so she walked over there. I was looking kind of crazy because I'm like, dang, she went out her way to go, like, walk over there to him or whatever, right? So he was looking, and so she went over there like she was playing with the baby. I was like, maybe she just want to play with the baby. But I'm like, okay. So I'm like, telling her, like, come on, let's go to the restroom. So she ended up, like, putting her whole head in the toilet. Like, it's so nasty. She throwing up, like, her braids. I'm holding her braids. I was like, wait. Let me hold your braids back so that, like, they don't go in the toilet, whatever. She was like, she ended up saying, I could still, like, I'm still able, we could still do it when we get home. We could still do this. I was like, it's good, girl. I'm glad I got the kiss earlier. Because it was so nasty. She was just like, oh my God, I feel so bad. Because she was throwing her drinks back and she had smoke. And you know how the drink and the smoke, how it be different. So she ended up going back in there. She was like, I really don't even feel like being in here right now. I really don't feel like being here. She was like, I'm going to just sit in the car. So she was just like, I was like, okay, what you want to eat? Like, what you going to eat? She was like, here go my card. Just order me this or order me that, right? I was like, okay, cool. So, but she sat at the bar for a little bit with us, and then she was like, yeah, I'm gonna go to the car. I'm gonna just go to the car. So I was like, okay, cool. So everybody was like wondering, even Nappy was like, oh, what's up with her? Like, what's wrong with her? I was like, yeah, she just had a long night. And then so he go, Rosie, yeah, they had a long night, all right. Sitting at the bar like this. I'm like, how would you go? Do you want to kiss too? Might get money. Anyway, so yeah, we all over there talking or whatever. And like the night just went on and on. But y'all, it's some shit that happened between Nappy and Rosie. And that was just the depth of our friendship. And I just kind of felt like you Ben was feeling this way because there ain't no way this little nappy headed ass nigga came in the picture and you started acting like that. Anyway, that's it for this story, y'all. And I just had to give y'all this story time. Thank y'all for tuning in with me. Make sure you click the post notification bell so that you are notified every single time that you post. Go follow me on the kids page. Go follow me on everybody page. Y'all go do that. And I love y'all so much.
Thomas, they cover my flaws, I ain't had to brand new type shit. Hang around joint with the best, I look like a new type shit.